Yo, in the back. What up, dude? So, me and a couple friends were having a discussion about this at the bar last night. Are traps gay? What? Are traps gay? No, genuine question.
I'm just showing that. Hold on. Okay. I just wanted to show that, but I just wanted to show that because I mentioned it in the last part, because this is nostalgia. Although I only realized that I should have been calling it cringe from the very start, but it's too late. So this is what happened when I searched them up. Didn't happen last time because the last video was uploaded 12 days ago. I don't know when it was recorded. So this guy, he's grown his beard out. He's no longer has the Tony Stark goatee because Iron Man is dead. He no longer needs to play Iron Man. Oh wait. So what really happened to the Flash TV show? I'll tell you what happened. The quality went down. Yeah, but why? Don't try and pin some crap on it. You call yourself fans of the Flash, but you just dunk on it all the time. Hey, isn't it funny? This guy wants to date his sister. No. He was not even foster adopted by Joe. Right? Wasn't even foster adopted by Joe. So Iris has no legal or biological relation to Barry. I know that fostering isn't legally considered, legally whatever you want to say. But you get the point. You know, the relationship is even less than that. Also, another thing I want to mention about the CW is that they got political. Like, all their stuff now are political. Same thing goes for HBO. Like, obviously all the channels are getting more and more political, but to me, HBO and the CW are the big ones. Like, the only recent CW show that isn't political is Superman and Lois, but I've only seen the first episode. So, I mean, I don't know when they consider The Flash to get bad. I'm not gonna watch it. But I consider The Flash to get bad at season 4. Like, seasons 1 and 2, fantastic. Season 3, good. Season 4 is when it gets bad. And it's around the same time that Arrow gets bad as well. Seasons 1 to 4 of Arrow, fantastic. Season 5, good. And season 6, terrible. Season 7, the other ones I haven't seen so far. Because I've heard that Stephen Amell is possibly trying to reboot the show. But even if that is true, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Like the Criminal Minds reboot. So, like, now what we have, now that Arrow's gone, we have Supergirl, which has always been political. But they keep on making it more and more political. Black Lightning just ended. Always political. Like, the difference between Black Lightning and Batwoman is that Black Lightning was like sort of saving exclusively black people, but Batwoman was saving anyone that needed saved. That's why I like Batwoman, but not Black Lightning. Legends. The only politics in that, I guess, that Sarah is bi. I don't think there's anything else political about it. So I just looked. I was going to go to the about page, and I swiped instead of tapping on about, and that brought up the channels page. They have this is the worst thing I've ever seen. They have a shorts channel with only 344 subscribers. I have videos with more views than that. Right? I mean, Lorpson Live, 1.38k. Once again, I have videos with more views than that. Like my Better Than Lil Nas X video has 1.9 thousand views. It's just shocking to me that I have more views on a video than Warpzone does on one of their channels. You know how much does the main channel have? A couple 100,000? 2.8 mil? Although, I don't think that's really. I wouldn't say they have 2.8 mil because there's going to be people that are subscribed that haven't watched them in years. Surprising my brother is not one of them, because I'm pretty sure he used to watch these guys. That's another thing I want to point out. Look who they're subscribed to. This guy. Right, new videos on Fridays. Right, really? Well, I mean, you did miss out a couple Fridays, but sure. I know they don't say every. Actually, here, weekly content. It's not weekly though. First one is a pop culture, sketch, comedy, gaming, and music video channel. Up for debate. Brought to you by 5 full-grown man-children: Dave, Shrope, Ryan, Brian, and Odom. The only grown one is Shro, because he's a fat pig. We here at the Worms don't have a passion for all things nerdy. No, not really, because all you really do is dunk on the things that you claim to like, especially the Arrowverse. Such as video games, movies, TV shows, comics, superheroes, and anime, and we love making parody videos about them. It's not just parody, it's full on hate. Like, I think you would really like that guy that dunked on the Flash. Some of the pop culture characters and franchises with Swift include Marvel and DC Comics, superheroes, Disney, Mario, Pokemon, Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, Harry Potter, Star Wars, Batman, Superman, The Avengers. Right, why do you need to point out Batman, Superman, and the Avengers and Captain America when you already say Marvel and DC? When those people are part of Marvel and DC? It's just dumb. Also, The Flash as well, Halo, and Overwatch, to name a few. Also, the grammar in this is terrible. There's a double space between the comma and after Halo. And then there needs to be a space between nerdy and the hyphen. Business email. Okay, I only have 5 videos left, but I really don't want to do this because it's been a while. I know it was a while. No, it was a longer period of time between the last video and the second last video, but still, I really don't want to do this. Another thing that's kind of making it worse is that I have the iPad in front of me, and there's a very real possibility that they're not listening to me now, but they could be using keyloggers, or they have permanent access to the camera, and they could just watch to see what I do in my free time while the iPad is around, which includes something such as looking at cringe videos that I somehow used to think was funny, but it turns out they are the worst things that ever exist. So, let's do this. Super Mario Bros. 3, let's say from our early childhoods. I don't know when Super Mario Bros. 3 came out, but I know that 1 came out in 1985 and the SNES came out in 1991. So it's going to be somewhere in between then. I'm going to assume that it came out in 1990. 1988. Oh, sorry, America in 1990. Yeah, it came out in Japan in 88, America in 90, and Europe in 91. Why did we get the game 3 years after it initially came out? That's just ridiculous. And can we play so full? Yeah, there we go. Well, that's another thing YouTube does now, where they bring up this. I thought it was just a glitch when it initially happened, but turns out it isn't. So my point of me saying all this is that these guys are now gonna be in their 30s. I know that it would mean they'd be in their early 20s when these videos were being made, but when you enter your 30s, you're supposed to mature. That's why Broad City ended. These guys have yet to do that. I forgot to mention that it's kind of hard to record in here because the window is always open. It's hard to close. So you're always going to hear cars in the background. I'm recording this at exactly 9 o'clock at night. And there's probably going to be some asshole blasting out his crap copyrighted music. And it'll probably pick up. And there's also, like, kids, like 12-year-olds, walking around, like vaping and crap and talking about whatever. Right, so anyway, they say that Super Mario 3 is too perfect to dunk on. Which, thank God they're not dunking on something, but I've played Super Mario Bros. 3. It's crap. Like, 1 and 2 are better than 3. Like, 3 is absolute rubbish. Ha. Wii Virtual Console. How the hell do you do a 2-player mode in Super Mario 3? Blah blah blah, drinking. Well, theoretically, why can't I say things today? Theoretically, cause them to not play the game as good. Really, I didn't know that being drunk limits your ability to do stuff like that. You get the drink, you gotta play Super Mario 3. What could possibly be better? Watching the fantastic first 4 seasons of Arrow. You know, that show you claim to love but actually hate. In fact, you hate it more than Dylan because Dylan didn't make multiple videos dunking on it. Coors Light tastes like water. I'm pretty sure I've tried Coors Light and it doesn't taste like water. It tastes like every other beer. Grab an anchovy pizza. No. I'm not gonna put fish on pizza. They just made David Tennant seem sus. How dare you? Also, what is this? What is this? Yellow 16? Where's the rating bending? Yes, let's dress up as Batman and Superman to play a game where we play Batman and Superman beating each other up. No references to Batman v Superman because it's like 4 years before the film came out. Possibly The Dark Knight Returns. But I'm gonna assume that these guys don't actually read comics and have not read Dark Knight Returns and have not seen the Dark Knight Returns movie. And no, I do not mean Dark Knight Rises. There's a comic and 2-part animated movie called The Dark Knight Returns. That was the inspiration for Batman v Superman. Also, they're saying Dark Knight Returns and Batman v Superman is that Dark Knight Returns is actually good. I forgot to make my point. I just want to point out something that I didn't mention in school. But yesterday, the English teacher was talking about how there was this book um about like rape or something, and the police not doing anything about it, so the girl that is raped gets revenge or something. I was like, oh, no one cared about it, and then last year the movie Promising Young Female came out. One, the movie is not called Promising Young Female, it's called Promising Young Woman. Two, I just looked it up. Promising Young Woman is not based on a real story, nor is it based on a book. It is an original concept. However, free. The film was made because before Joker came out, the left wing mainstream media would say that Joker is going to cause all these young boys to go out and commit mass shootings. And then the film actually came out. And with the massive success, and because it's a really good film, and also it didn't inspire anyone to cause any mass shootings, they tried to make female reboots of it with films like I Care a Lot and Promising Young Woman. Anyway, my point of this is that Ricky Gervais talks about how all these bloody superhero actors, all they have to do is take steroids and go to the gym every day and all that. No. Like, I'm not gonna get into that because I really don't want to. That's why I would have done it in January 2020, but I'm not going to. My point is that I really want Ricky to view this video, not this video, but this video, and give me his feedback on them dressing up as Batman and Superman to play a game where Batman and Superman beat each other up, because that's funny apparently. Oh no, never mind. Turns out they do read comics because, oh, Catwoman isn't doing it for him since the New 52, whatever that means, probably. Uh, the New 52 artists aren't drawing her sexually enough. It's not hot. Shut up. Like, this. I know that, like, she is supposed to be sexy, but plot comes first. Always. And here we go. Here's the Doctor Who video where they talk about how I don't remember. It's been years since I saw this video. Right, so Doctor Who, right? So they brought up season 1, season 4, season 5, and the 1963 season 8. I can guarantee you these guys have never, ever, and will never, ever see the original Doctor Who. Because one, they don't want to. Two, even if they couldn't, they wouldn't be able to. And I had a third point, but I lost it. Oh, this is British television, so a lot of people are gonna die. Right, No, shut up, American. You don't understand. Let me rephrase that. Shut up, Yank. You don't understand. Right, here's the thing. It's not that more people die in British television than American television, it's just that our laws are different, and you're probably watching more standard cable, right? I I guarantee the only channel from Britain you watch is BBC. And because BBC, I think, is what the UK's version of premium cable would be, they are allowed to do death a lot like that. Like, if you want a show with more killing, Breaking Bad, there you go. Oh, it's American television, there's gonna be a lot of killing. In fact, I'll give you a cable show with a lot of killing. NCIS. The Doctor's a lot of gadgets, and the one iconic gadget he has is the sonic screwdriver. But they say take a drink anytime he uses the sonic screwdriver or the psychic paper. The Doctor rarely uses psychic paper. In fact, I don't think Peter Capaldi nor Jodie Whittaker ever used it. I don't even think David Tennant used it. I think the only people who used it were Christopher Eccleston and David Tennant, and also John Barrowman, but he isn't the Doctor. Like, they used it one serial each. I think. Like, I watched all the show 4 years ago. When I say all, I mean all from 2005 onwards, and also the movie. Oh, at the end of the first song, let me explain context. They find this recipe online for like a drink called the sonic screwdriver. So it's not their original thing. The warp pipe is their original thing. Why does my stomach keep like rumbling and making weird noises? Anyway, see, I've got distracted because of my bloody stomach. Nearly swore there. I do some messed up things for Klondike bars. You can't imagine what I would do for a sonic screwdriver. No, no, that's the joke for the warp pipe. Dave, I think your name is. Hey, look, it's the main character from that film, Promising Young Female. I'm not kidding, that is literally Carey Mulligan 13 years before Promising Young Woman. Anytime the Doctor explains stuff about time, take a drink. That rarely happens. Like, Christopher Eccleston did it once. David Tennant did it once. Matt Smith, Peter Capaldi, Jodie Whittaker, I don't think they ever. Okay, Matt Smith once. Peter Capaldi and Jodie Whittaker, I don't think they did. And he says, oh, like talking about how Doctor says that you cannot alter your own timeline. He says that's, then Dave says that's BS. Well, technically you can, but right, let's just say that time travel is possible, that we have a TARDIS, and I go back and stop something embarrassing happening. Right? This is called the grandfather paradox, because something embarrassing happens, and because that embarrassing thing happens, I want to go back in time and stop it from happening. So I go back in time and stop it from happening. But since it didn't happen, I don't have the want to go back in time and stop it from happening. So I can't go back in time and stop it from happening. We don't know what would happen then because time travel doesn't exist. Doctor Who has imagined that it would just cause a universe crash where Charles Dickens is still alive. Cars can fly using hot air balloons, and dinosaurs are all over the place. I would imagine that we would just sort of fade out of existence. So it's not BS, it's just that physically you can alter your own timeline. Just if you do, you will not exist. For the record, David Tennant's Alonzi is better than Matt Smith's Geronimo. Yeah, literally, who has said that Geronimo was better than Alonzi? I don't know anyone that has said that Matt Smith's catchphrase is better than David Tennant's. I don't even know what this would be called, but the name of his game is Doctor Who the F Drank the Last Beer. And then the very end says, okay, that is Doctor Who the F Drank the Last Beer. Seriously, guys, get your own beer. I think that's forcing a joke. Point is, cringe. Are you Transformers? I know it's a bit weird to have the the pause there, but Russia's only game. Well, I mean, if we're talking about made in Russia, then sure, but we're talking Russian, then what about Stalker and Metro? Okay, it's over. So who's next? I was gonna do like a joke with it with a random like bit. When you search up Dan Hoyle memes, it just comes up with like him making videos on memes that people made of him every year. So, and he's removed playlists. I had two. There's two playlists that I watched. Truth and Dare, and the one where he collaborates with Phil, which I think might actually be on Phil's channel. Okay, so it turns out that I didn't do all of their stuff, so I'm not going to do it. So I'm trying to find the specific videos I'm looking for because I don't want to go for that like I think 128 video playlist to find the Truth or Dare videos. So I search up Dan Hoyle Truth or Dare and I get sort of the first thing that popped up was a video by Dill Heitler, who says that Truth or Dare 5 was deleted by Dan, but he was able to re-upload it. So I'm looking for his Truth or Dare playlist, and it turns out he's a fan of 21 Pilots and Panic! At the Disco. So here we go. I am gonna play the whole thing, because I am not going to play the whole thing. Sorry. I was trying to think of a reason why I would, but then why did I do it with Warp Zone when there was nothing copyright? But then I realized that Dan is probably going to hold copyright on it, like an asshole. Despite the fact that he retired from YouTube like 4 years ago and hasn't been relevant in over 6 years. If I could stop heckling / burping, like what the hell? I was going to play the first second here.
Yo guys, so
Cringe. Also, hair. Cringe. I get this was the early 2010s, but still. Like, why? So now I want the, I'm going to elaborate on there. It's just, like, early Smosh, Ian and Anthony. Which, by the way, I probably should do their Fit Battle stuff. But actually, no, nah, I'm not going to. It's too broad. Like, you're in your early 20s. You aren't really that mature. You don't need an emo haircut like that, especially since you aren't emo. Right? I am in my late, or will be in my late teens. I consider myself to be in my mid-teens, like early teens, 13, 14, mid-teens, 15, 16, late teens, 17, 18, I'll be 18 soon. It's like a month and 4 days. So I am roughly, I'm gonna say, well, really it's 7 years, but it should be like 5 years younger than you are in this video. I don't have a fringe. My hair isn't short either. So he's putting ice cubes in his pants, and before he does it, he looks around seeing no one's looking. Like, whoever's living with him obviously will know that he is a YouTuber, that he does stuff like this. So if they were to walk in, they shouldn't be surprised, because this is typical YouTuber stuff. So he gave up after like 15, just tossed them all on the floor. That's going to be some wet socks. Watch out. Also, What is it with these British YouTubers and their, well, I'll say British. What is it with these English YouTubers and their English accents going? That was, I can't do an English accent. I don't even know what that was. Sound more Indian, I guess. But with their English accents, that was unbelievable. Like, really, you stuck ice in your pants. Even say unbelievable. That was. I don't know what he said. I'm not gonna rewind. Screw it. I'll just play it.
Bleh. That was unpleasant.
That was unpleasant. And also Charlie McDonald's like, ketchup burns your innards because he drank straight ketchup. I have also drank straight ketchup. It does not burn your innards. Charlie is just a coward.
On Earth, what would you do? Don't worry, they're still animals, so you will have food. Have sex with the animals.
No comment. Now he is going to eat a banana sexually. Although what they really mean is lick a banana sexually and then eat it, because I don't know how you would eat a banana sexually, because banana connotes penis and you wouldn't bite the penis. Also, Dan, no hesitation. It is clear now why there was no hesitation, because he is gay. I dare you to do that with your boyfriend, Dan. He's just gonna stick it in his mouth and see what happens. Bottom of screen, that's what she said. For your case, Dan, because you're gay, that's what he said. Also, what is it, the cinnamon challenge? I've never done it before, but like, what causes you to spit it out and have all the cinnamon sort of like cloud up? Like, just don't spit it out. There's nothing that bad about cinnamon. Yeah, so Dan spat out and had the cloud thing. Also goes to tell us that Dan does not swallow. Yes, this section will be full of gay jokes. That is the last time he will ever order a cinnamon chai latte from Starbucks. Yeah, because he'll be ordering PSL from now. Also, how did people not know you were gay? Like, how do we not tell that you were gay? If you ever did that, points at the camera again, points at the camera again. Naughty. And normal people, like the way a normal person would do it. If you ever told me to do that, screw you. Let me just play the video a bit so I'm not stuck on this.
But no, it was.
There you go. I've realised the man acts like a robot, and he's gay. We should call him Bender. I couldn't find number 2, so I'm just gonna go on the number 3. I know it's hard to tell the angle and the fact it's creased up a bit, but notice the fact that his shirt says "Shut up, woman." Does size matter? Yeah, it does you because you're gay. Also, don't try and say, "Oh, you could be a top though." No. Like, there is no way he would ever be on top. Pull your trousers up, for God's sake. You're worse than my dad. Also, I mean, to be a bottom, you have to kind of be a bit bendable, so... Yeah, why didn't you do it from that angle to start, dumbass? Making rape jokes, are we? What would Susan think? One of those days where you're feeling really, really ill. Yeah, so just say we were feeling sick that day. All these bloody Britishisms. English isms, sorry. Oh no, I'm gonna throw up in this old lady's face. You don't care. And no, it's not because she's a woman, it's because she's old. Old people. I don't know what camera he uses, but also, I don't know how thin the walls are. Phil can probably hear you. Right, by the way, the thing was you got to dare to prank Phil, and he read that out loud, and Phil could probably hear him. And then he sets the camera up like this. I don't know what camera he uses. Like, but I'm going to assume that it would seem pretty obvious that he is filming this. So Phil could deduct that it is a prank. Sorry, it wasn't prank Phil, it was scare Phil. Not a story. A bedtime story. Oh, hey, look, it's Charlie McDonald. Stop showing your pants, I don't want to see them. Never thought I was going to say this, but thank you, Phil, for getting in the way before Dan took his shirt off on camera. Eat a whole chili. And then he does it, it's very hot. Tries to drink milk. I thought drinking milk didn't go away. No, you have to. It doesn't magically make it go away. It sort of relieves the pain a bit, but it doesn't take it fully away. The only thing that would really take it fully away is to just wait. And here's where he lies. Have you ever heard a crush on a teacher? Yeah, her name was Miss. Well, I should have just said her. But you get the point. You're gay. You do not like women. Do not lie. He has pierced ears. Why could no one tell he was gay? Also, you claim to be a gamer, but you have a MacBook. Someone should have a card that he cried during. He just says Batman, but I'm gonna assume he's talking about The Dark Knight Rises. Ah, yes, spray aerosol into your eyes. Go on down. You idiot. He looks like the black guy from Sex Education. I only say the black guy because I do not remember his name. The one that goes, "Wash your hands, you dirty pig." Speaking of, Sex Education season 3 came out today. He doesn't have a problem swearing because he does swear quite a bit. So that bit with the cinnamon bit, you didn't have to say naughty. Like, you weren't censoring yourself. Like I said to the person who got me to do that, screw you. Which, by the way, you could have just not done it, but let's just ignore that for now. Because I censor myself. You could actually say F you. Also, would you date a fan? Oh, ha, like fan, the thing that makes you cold. Ha ha, very funny. Look at the big gamer he is. He has Tetris lights at the bottom right there. What a gamer. Also, he's talking about menstruation. I seen this video when I was probably 8. Wait, no, not 8. Sorry. 9. 10. That's way too young to understand menstruation. And this is why no kid should ever have access to YouTube. Part of, now obviously not fully, but a good chunk of the reason why I'm such a bad person is because YouTube corrupted my young mind. I know you're thinking, oh, you're not a therapist, or you can't analyze yourself, even if you were like qualified to analyze people, you cannot analyze yourself. But I've given a good thought for quite a while now, and it is the reason why, especially when it comes to sex, I learned a lot of sex stuff at a very young age because of YouTube. Look at the big gamer. Deep hardcore. Like, keep in mind, this was like, I'm gonna say 2013. Dan would have been 25 at the time. So he's a good young age. to be able to do parkour. And he rolls on a chair and immediately falls over and breaks his ass. Now, I said the word ass. I'm censoring myself. I said the word ass. Sorry for repeating that. But he doesn't say he broke his ass. He says,
But I think I broke my butt.
you have the ability to say ass. Say it for God's sake. That's what all the ladies say when my big D. Yeah, you're gay. Right, so I'm going to have to choose my words very carefully for this bit. He is going on a Omegle and putting his interest as penis. So when you do that, obviously, it's going to be a bunch of guys whipping their penises out. Now, you would probably expect me to say, oh, but why are you shocked and not wanting to see all the penises? You're gay. No, that's not what I would say. Despite that I just said it there. What I would say, or what I am saying, is don't be shocked that you're seeing penises when you basically said that you wanted to see penises. Also, right, first time, shock, fine. But then everyone's like, oh, another penis, whatever. Like, could you please stop rumbling? Anyway, like, I'm guessing he's just gonna he's trying to keep the straight act up. Because you can't see his lower half, but I think you know where I'm going with this. So once he cuts, or maybe he'll cut out, like pause the recording, whip his out, and have some fun. There was a guy who put his interest as penis, and Dan says, "Oh, so you looking for penis? No. Why you put your interest as penis? Because I have one." Fair enough. No, not fair enough. That's stupid. He's had enough penis. Yeah, you have. Eating a pancake without using your hands. He goes, well, this won't be degrading. All like the other things you've done weren't more degrading than this. Like the thing you did previously, looking at penis on Omegle. I've never done it before, but he's using a sort of crepey penis. It's all the bloody penis talk. Crepey pancake, right? Not a regular pancake. Sorry, I touched my brother's tablet. I'm just moving. So, crepey pancake. I haven't done it before, but it seems pretty easy to do. The reason why he's struggling so much is because he keeps on trying to talk. Hey guys, I did it. Oh no, I fell out again. Because I'm supposed to know who that is. I'm assuming it's someone along the lines of Grace Helbig. Although I don't think those two knew each other, or maybe not at the time. Which male celebrity do you want to make out with? Well, really any of them. Because he's gay. But he chose Zayn from One Direction. And he says, oh, well, let me just play it.
Bang him, they're probably lying.
Okay, so he didn't say he's the most attractive male person in the world, but there are more attractive males out there than Zayn Malik. Like Ryan Gosling. Old people, he's 32 at the time. Which, by the way, this wasn't 2013. He wasn't 25. He was 24. Not much of a difference, but you get the point. So it turns out the next bit was the reason why I remembered that it was 2012 and not 2013. Recreate your favorite scene from... Wait.
Using items found in duality. If someone says they wouldn't bang him, they're probably lying. Recreate your favorite scene from the Avengers using items found.
Oh, favorite scene from the Avengers, not scene from favorite movie or most recently seen movie. You know that film, The Avengers, with those characters, those brand new original characters, like Iron Man, who definitely was not in 2 movies previously. Whatever. When was the last time you cried? Oh, that John Green book. John Green. Right. Even if it has emotional scenes in it, John Green's writing isn't going to be good enough to make someone cry. Because... Right. I don't know what... Let me look it up. I have the iPad right here with Safari open that I haven't done anything with since the Super Mario 3 part. I'm going to look up the movie description because it'll be easier to find. Who even is it in the movie? John Green. Willem Dafoe. Stop making that sound. Stop making the... Just Willem Dafoe. Oh, right. Cara Delevingne was in Paper Towns. Anyway. 2 cancer-affected teenagers held his own Augustus meet at cancer support group to embark on a journey to visit a reclusive offer in Amsterdam. Okay. So, Hazel and or Augustus die, I'm gonna assume. And it's obviously John has to write them dying. I'm gonna do an impression of John's writing. I have not seen the movie, I have not read the book, I have never read a John Green book, but John is a YouTuber. So his intelligence isn't gonna be that good. I know you're thinking, Dylan, you're also a YouTuber. So yes, I am. I am also dumb. Never denied it. But you've also said you're smart before. Yeah, I know. It really depends on my mood. So anyway. Hazel die. Sorry, that made it sound too cavemanish. I don't want to make it sound that dumb. Hazel died. Oh no, what a great offer. Whereas me, I'm just gonna do this top of my head. And so Hazel's in the hospital on her deathbed. We have the life support machine with the life support machine with the beeps. So here's Augustus, Hazel, I'm trying to think of the word for. I'm trying to think of the adjective I'm thinking of. It's like struggling to get the words out. But I'm pretty sure there's a word for struggling to get the words out. Right. I'll be honest, I tried to look up a word, but I couldn't find any. So I'm gonna try and... I think I've got it. Hazel, Augustus, exhales. I'm so glad that we got to do this together. I will always love you. Beep, 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 beep. That's how I would probably write a death scene like that. Whereas John, Hazel died. Why is there a tear coming out? My own writing made me cry. He said the F word. So it's over. I'm getting sort of mix-ups of hiccups and burps. Like, Also, I really hate saying that B word, but anyway. I keep on getting them both at the same time. But I was thinking, well, I've always been thought about this for a while, but I don't like sketch comedy. I feel like sketch comedy is better off on YouTube. Also, another problem with sketch comedy is that it tends to drag on. Like, even the ones that I like The Bed from the Widest Kid You Know, where he just keeps on going, ridiculously, insanely illegal, ridiculously, insanely, flawlessly bad, etc. But I was watching Inside Number 9, which is created by the creators of The Legal Gentleman, which, it's one of those things people say, it's the greatest British sketch comedy, alongside Monty Python and Little Britain. Probably some others. So I'm going to watch what is considered their best. I'm going to Google what their best sketch is. And I'm going to watch it. No, I said... Hold on. I literally said the word best, but it sort of took itself out. Right, Watch Mojo UK. Top 10 Legal Gentleman moments. So, Hello Dave is apparently the best. I know I'm more likely to get copyrighted from this than the others, but I'm going to watch the whole thing. What the hell? What a funny show. That is so funny. Wow. Like, I'm just going to be clear. I am sort of glad that The Legal Gentleman is considered as funny as it's considered to be. Because Mark, he co-created Sherlock, and he's heavily involved in Doctor Who. And I love both those shows, so those wouldn't be the same with the Legal Gentleman, because Mark just wouldn't be famous. But Reese, I don't really care about. There's nothing I've seen of him other than this wee bit here. And Steve did Whitechapel. So who's next? Well, I'm actually going to do multiple channels as sort of a group, not like a group of people in one channel, but a group of channels who are under the sort of collective channel name. I'm just making it sound like Dream SMP or whatever. Hidden Block, which contains of Balrog the Master, who I've never seen before, so I'm not going to do him. Cadagarus, Brittle Moose, Space Hamster, Jimmy Witzel, and Youngtown, who I also haven't seen. So I'm going to do Caddy, Brittle Moose, Space Hamster, and Jimmy. I'm going to do one of Brittle Moose's lightning rounds because of the limited time I have. I'm also hoping that it's going to have the same stuff that I can say with this than I would with a normal Brittle Moose video. Because lightning round is just a short review. Anyway.
It never ceases to amaze me how many times I've heard someone say, I've heard of Myst, but I've never actually played it. Then again, I don't.
Because I'm so young, and with modern context and all. Myst, what's that? I didn't hear about Myst until I saw this video. But now I've actually played it. I didn't do reviews for it because I forgot, and it's far too late to do them now. So I just not gonna do the reviews for Myst. But what I will say is that I enjoyed it. It's good. I sort of watched this video, and he did a lightning round for Real Myst Masterpiece Edition, I think it was, because Myst has been released in 5 editions. Myst Masterpiece Edition, Real Myst Masterpiece Edition, and the 2020-2021 remaster, Myst.
I understand a lot of things in this crazy world. But while I can't stop people from watching Little Honey Boo Bitch in the making, maybe I can help fix this whole Myst problem. There aren't many games I would consider to be must-play games. Just because I like a game doesn't mean it's a good game for everyone. However, if I had an extremely recommended games list, Myst would be way up near the top. Myst was released in 1993 on CD-ROM. Then it was released again, and again, and again, and again, and again. And even though you have the option to play it on almost anything you own, there's really only one version you should even consider playing. Myst is a point-and-click adventure game filled with exploration and puzzle solving. The setting and sounds can be immensely creepy, and the game has an amazing atmosphere from beginning to end. The basic story is that you've stumbled upon a book called Myst. Its origin, author, and date is unknown, but it describes this mystical island. When you reach the end of the book, the world around you fades away, and suddenly you're on the island that the book described. And that's all you get. That's the story. Even the user's manual doesn't spoon-feed you anything. The storyline is actually incredibly deep, but you're left to figure it out by yourself. The island is more expansive than it seems, and everything needs to be inspected and, more importantly, recorded.
The island, I should have been pausing. Whoops. The island isn't as expansive as it seems because most of it actually comes from opening up a book and getting transported into the book, like an alternate dimension. So technically, the island is still really small.
Myst is a game that almost requires you to take notes. Everything you encounter should probably be written down.
Almost. It requires note taking.
As you try to uncover the island's secrets. What's that you say? Too much effort? Well, suck it up. If you've ever fallen into a book before, then you know just as well as I do that there's no cell phone or internet service. You better just hope you brought a pencil. Besides, there's nothing like the feeling of coming across a puzzle just to realize that you already have the solution written down. Myst was one of the most immersive and rewarding gaming experiences that I've ever had, and I still pride myself on the fact that I beat it without any guides or walkthroughs. But for it to be immersive, you have to actually put some dedication into it. That means no buying the 3DS version and playing it on the couch while you watch some crap on TV.
That's kind of what I did. But I beat the game with help with walkthroughs because of the amount of context that you're giving with the game. I don't understand how anyone beat it without help.
So after all this talking about Myst, I've decided that I'm not even giving you a choice. Go out and play one of the best games I've ever played, and thank me for it later. Or we're no longer friends.